So I've got a beat going on here that I'll be using. So okay, so I'm going to keep this simple. I'll break it down slowly so that we can understand. Now this lesson is targeting those of you who are just beginning to play in the key of C. Okay, this is not an advanced lesson. It's just a simple straight 1 6 2 4 movement. Now when we are in the key of C, let's go through the C major scale. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Okay, straight white notes. Okay. Now, the progression I'm using here is a 1. Remember from the number system, the Nashville number system, chord number 1 normally is a C major 7th chord. C, E, G, B, C major 7th. Chord number 6 is A minor 7th. Okay, so if you follow the MIDI notes, you see the notes that I'm playing, okay, on my left and on my right. And then chord number 2, I can play a D minor 9th or a D minor 7th, okay? So traditionally it's a D minor 7th. And then chord number 4 is F major 7th. And then chord number 5, G dominant 7th, back to chord number 1, C major 7th. So basically 1 6 2 5, the key of 2 4, 1 6 2 4 is 1 C major 7th, 6 A minor 7th, 2 D minor 7th, 4 F major 7th, then 5 G dominant 7th. Okay, 1 6, 2, 4, 5, 1. Now, of course, now you can now begin thinking around your chords and being creative with the voicing of your chords, the approach of your chords. Now, in the movement I was playing, I was emphasizing a lot on the suspended chords. Now let's just do a simple sus chord, okay, movement using this progression. So I start with a C sus2 chord for my one. This is a C sus2 chord, C, D, G. And then what I'll do, I'll double the G at the bottom, okay? And then on my right hand, I can play C in doubles, or I can play C, G, C, or C, G, E for my one, okay? So that becomes my one chord. And then when I move to my sixth chord, I don't change my right hand. I maintain it on that C sus2. And then I just move my left hand to the A, okay? So you can play A and A. So instead of playing A minor 7th, I'm just maintaining my C sus2 on my right, okay? So musically, this can be an A minor 11th chord, but what I want you to think about is that we are maintaining the 1 on the right, but we're just moving the bass on the left to a 6, okay? And then on our 2 chord, we can just again maintain what we have on the right and then play a 2 on the left. That's a D. And then on the right, on the 4 now, we can again maintain what we have on the right and then just move the left to a 4. So what I want you to learn from this is that that suspended chord is very good because it gives you an open sound. You can just change your bass notes throughout that progression while maintaining the C sus2 on your right, okay? So you just have 1, 1, 6, 2, 4, 5. Okay, that's our progression. C, A, D, 5, which is F, then G. Okay, so you have 1, C major, then you go to a 6, A, then 2, D, then 4, then 5, then back to 1. So you see, I'm just maintaining the same thing on the right hand. I don't even have to change my right hand chord from that C sus2. Can just do some arpeggios. Maybe I can play with that B and that D. Something like this, okay? I can also begin bringing in my E here, okay? B, C, D, and E. Just play around with those notes, okay? But I'm just sticking with my original C sus2, okay? So something like this. Na, 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 na. So you see how I'm using that sus2 chord, okay? Now let's move on to something else that I could be doing here. Let's change the progression a little bit. 1, 2, So what I'm playing here is 1. I can start with my 1 in this format. In my full key C course, I go into details about these voicings and more techniques, more details in the full course. So if you're interested in this key, please consider ordering the full course, which runs for over 2 hours, where I go into detail and break down these concepts. So check the links below this video to my full course on my website or my contacts, and then we can guide you on how you can order the full key C course, right? So I'm starting off with this C major 7th or C major 9th chord. On my left, I have C and G. On my right hand, I have B, D, E, and G. Okay, it's a C major 9th because we have the C major 7th here, and then we have D giving us the 9th. Okay, so this is just like a C major 7th chord with a D, so that makes it a C major 9th. Okay, that's our first chord. And then our next chord, that's our 1. Remember, progression is 1, 6, 2, 4, 5. Okay, so that's our 1. And then our 6. Okay, so we play a kind of a G sus2 chord on the right. Okay, that's G, A, and D, but we just double the D at the bottom. But now we are not now playing the G on the left, but we use an A on the left. Okay, so that's the voicing we are using. It's like an A7 sus4 chord if you want to be technical, but basically what we are doing, we are playing a 5 on the right, but the bass note is a 6. So we're actually playing a 6, but we're just giving it a different voicing. So this can just be a voicing of your A minor, your 6. Okay, so on the left we have A, E, and A. On the right we have D, G, A, and D. So let's move from our 1. Oh. And then on our 2, we'll play this D minor 9th chord. So what do I have on my left hand? I have D, A, and D. And then on the right, I play kind of an F major 7th chord. Kind of an F major 7th chord. Okay, F, A, C, and E. But now this gives me a D minor 9th chord. Okay, the 9th is here because, let me break this down. If you look at this chord, forget about the doubles on the left. Just look at this. My left hand playing the first D. Look at this chord. D, F, A, C gives you D minor 7th. D, F, A is D minor. D, F, A, C is D minor 7th. If we add the E, you get D minor 9th. So we're just doubling a D on the left and another A. So you have your D minor 9th. And then you move to the 4. So you'll just maintain the same shape on the right hand because it's already an F major 7th chord, F, S, C, E. So you just change the bass note from D to F, becomes F major 7th, okay? And then when you move to the 5, just maintain the same 4 on the right, change the bass note to G. And then you can play this kind of a D diminished chord on the right hand, okay? D, F, G sharp, F, G sharp, D. We're just inverting the D diminished chord, okay? That becomes our 5 with the G on the left. So instead of playing G, we are playing that chord, okay? So let's play this movement now in full. 1, 6, 2, 4, back to 1, 6, then to our 2, to our 4, back to 1. Okay, so that's another movement that an approach we can use when we want to play the same progression. Okay, now there are some passing notes I was playing here when I was moving from the 1 to the 2. Let's look at some passing notes you can use when you're moving from a 1 to the 2, the key of C. In the full course, I go into details. I explain passing notes in various positions on the scale. But let's just look at this section. When I'm moving from the 1 to the 2, that is from C to D. Okay? So I'm starting with C, and I'm moving to D minor 7. Okay? Now this applies in any song situation, okay? 1 to 2. C, sus2 to D minor 7. These are D minor 7, just inverted, okay? D, F, A, C. That's your original D minor 7. Then that's the inversion of D minor 7. A, C, D, F. Okay? So when I'm moving from that 1 to the 2, or from C major to D minor, C major 7th to D minor 7th, doesn't matter what voicing you want to use. So you'll hear that in many songs, okay? So what am I playing here? What you do, you think in terms of the scale of D, all right? So if you know the D major scale, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D, right? Now, I want you to imagine in the scale of D, your A is 5, B is 6, C sharp is 7, D is 8. And what are the chords? 5 is, in the key of D, 5 is A major, 6 is B minor 7th, and then 7, you'll play a 5 over 7 or a slash chord, which will be A over C sharp. And then what will be your 2 in the key of D? E minor. Okay? So these are the chords. Then you land on the D minor. So but you know it moves very fast, huh? So 1, maybe even if it moves to a 6, then 4, then 5, back to 1, then a 6 maybe,